Hello, my name is Gert Jan, test welder at Hilco. You may remember me from the previous videos about Hilco Red Extra and Hilco Basic. In this video we will go a little bit more in depth about the welding positions. Follow me to the welding room. The four basic welding positions are flat, horizontal, vertical and overhead. The flat welding position is the easiest position and best position to weld in. If the workpiece can't be manipulated to weld in a flat position, you have to weld out of position. The most common type of weld is a fillet weld and a groove weld, and you can perform these welds in all four positions. There are numbers that are used to designate the type of welding position. 1. Flat position. 2. Horizontal position. 3. Vertical position. 4. Overhead position. Flat position. The flat welding position is the preferred welding position. For a welder, it's the easiest, most ergonomic and safest. In the flat position, the workpiece is flat and your welding electrode moves in a horizontal direction. In the flat welding position, you weld on the top side of your workpiece. The common term for this kind of weld is called flat position, but it's also referred to as the downhand position. Horizontal position. In the horizontal position, the weld is on the upper side of a horizontal surface and against a vertical surface. The axis of a horizontal weld is along the horizontal plane and is often used for fillet welds or groove welds. This type of weld is more difficult than a flat weld. A potential issue for this welding position, which makes it more difficult than a flat weld, is that the molten metal can fall to the lower side of the joint and heat can rise to the upper side. This makes creating a uniform deposit. However, weaving the electrode distributes heat equally and prevents the puddle running down and has the additional benefit of faster freezing. Vertical position. In the vertical position, the weld axis is almost vertical. The main problem faced with a vertical weld is that the molten metal tends to run down the joint and pile up at the bottom. This can be controlled by angling the welding electrode up to 45 degrees. In doing so, you ensure good fusion and prevent runoff. And at last, the overhead position. This position requires more skill due to the fact that the welding is performed from the underside of the joint. For overhead welding, the welder should wear a cap, coat, cape and possibly chaps. This is necessary to protect the welder from falling molten metal. The angle of the electrode to the joint surface is the same as for other welding positions. The electrode should be held almost straight to the weld axis for overhead welding. A travel angle of only 5 to 10 degrees is suggested. A weaving motion is not required to cool the weld pool. As the weld pool increases in size, the possibility of the metal falling out or sagging increases. The use of several narrower beads rather than a weaving motion is recommended. Please remember that, while preparing your welding procedure specification, WPS, please make sure the selected welding electrodes are suited to use in the required position, by checking the label or datasheet from the consumable you are using. For more information about our products, visit our website and remember to give thumbs up and follow us on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. See you next time. Goodbye.